guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be filming this makeup look. I am obsessed how everything came out. I think it's super glowy and perfect for summertime. It's kind of fun because I want to look dewy, but I don't want to feel dewy. So everything that I have on my face, it's powder, and I love it. It feels very like lightweight on my face, and I don't know, I'm obsessed how everything came out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So if you want to know how I created this look, just keep on watching. First, I'll be prepping my skin with the Becca First Lighting Primer. I love mixing the First Light and the Backlight Primer. I think they work really good together. Lately, I've been having a lot of like, not a lot of them, but a couple of like red skin, like in my T-zone area, as you can see on the video. So I've been loving using the purple one, and then I decided to go ahead and mix this one just because it's very illuminating, and I've been loving that combination on my skin. That. Mixing both of them together and just applying all over my face. I decided to just start doing my face first. So I'll be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I've been loving this foundation. It retails for like $4 or $5. I bought mine at Walmart for $4.38. I know, it's insane. It's like super inexpensive. By the way, just an information, I'm in the color Golden Beige in the Wet n Wild foundation, and then in the color Retin, or I don't know how to pronounce that, 2W2 in the Double Wear Estee Lauder foundation. The cool thing about the Wet n Wild foundation, it brings a spatula like that. So I like just applying it directly to the skin. So I really do apply just a small amount. I'm going to show you, this is a double wear foundation from Estee Lauder, and then on my face I have the Wet n Wild foundation. So just a small amount really. You can add more if you like. It's better to start with little amount than starting with a lot of product on your face, because it's very difficult to blend. So today I'll be using the Sigma Flat Kabuki, the F80. This is an oldie but a goodie. I love applying foundation with this and then maybe blending it a little bit more with a beauty blender to create that airbrush effect. I'm gonna go ahead with the beauty blender and blend everything together to create that airbrush effect. I'm mixing two concealers from the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I am in the color Porcelain and Light Ivory. I love mixing them together just because I don't think they have like my correct shade just in one. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix them together. I like applying the lighter shade, the Porcelain one, in my inner corner like that, just because I want the inner corner to be brighter than the whole area of the concealer. Just like that, and then apply a little bit more of the light ivory. Just like that. So now to blend my concealer, I'll be using the G2 from Morphe Cosmetics. I decided to buy it because of Patrick Starr. He's always raving about this brush. He says it's really similar to the Beauty Blender, and it is correct. I love how it blends. I don't like to use it all around my face, just to blend the concealer. I think it's perfect. Today I want to use the LORO Material Translucent Powder just because it's, I don't know, it's my fave. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same beauty blender and dab it like that inside the product. It looks like this. It's perfect like that. So we're going to go ahead and do our eyebrows. I'll be using the primer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the brow primer. It looks like this, like a stick. I just like to apply a little bit like that. More towards the end of the brow, because that's the one that moves a lot if you don't set it. The number 12 brush, also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It brings a little spatula on the bottom side and then the brush. I like to brush them before applying the pomade, just like that. And then I'll be using the pomade from Anastasia. I'm in the color medium brown. It looks like this. So I'll be doing this really quick off camera. I have a whole video about the brow routine. I'll link it down below. Okay, once we have our eyebrows done, I'm gonna go ahead and use the eyeshadow primer. I've been raving about this primer lately. This is from the brand Catrice. They sell them at Ulta for $5.99. It's amazing. I really do love it. This is the Prime and Fine Brightening Eyeshadow Primer. They do have a primer for dark eyeshadows to create a smoky eye. I have not tried that one, so I decided to just try this one because it really does brighten your eyelid, which I love. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it with my finger. Today I'll be using the Morphe 35R. It's the new palette that they released, I think about a month ago. I'm not sure, but I know it's the newest one that they have. So this is how it looks. I think it's so beautiful. I love their eyeshadows. They retail for a very reasonable price. I think this palette was only $20, and the amount of eyeshadows is insane for that amount of price, which I do not mind. I hope they never raise their prices just because it's really good quality and a lot of product for the price. Using the Sigma Taper Blending Brush, the E40. I love setting the eyeshadow primer with a light matte shade. I'll be using this light vanilla shade right here. I want to intensify the inner corner, make it look brighter, so I'm going to go ahead and use the same eyeshadow, but I'll be using the Eye Shading E55 by Sigma. So just to press the eyeshadow a little bit more in the inner corner, like that. I recommend using the lighter shades first, just if you want to use it for specific areas like I'm using today in the inner corner. I love using it first and then adding the darker shades out in the outer V and blending and mixing them together. I'll be using this beautiful shade here. I love this shade. I think it's beautiful. I think it's gonna look good on every skin type. So I love pressing it down a little bit like that on the outer V before blending it together. Remember, you have powder underneath your eye, so don't be afraid if a little eyeshadow goes down here, because remember, that's why we use a lot of powder, to just sweep it away once we're done. So as you can see, it's a lot of color. I'm just dabbing it in the outer V, bringing it a little bit to the crease area. I don't want to bring it completely to the inner corner just because I'll be using the third shade to mix and blend both of the two colors that I already have on my lids. Once you have about this amount of eyeshadow, just go ahead and use a clean blending brush. I'll be using the Cassette S175. It's really similar to the one that we used to apply this shade. It's just clean. We're gonna go ahead and start blending it and bringing it in a little bit to the inner corner, just a little bit. We're gonna try to stay at first, before applying the third shade, just from the half of the eye to the outer V. Now I'll be going in with the third shade. I'll be using this color right here. Like that. I'll be using another clean brush, the N505 from Morphe Cosmetics, to blend the underneath the brow bone area. Right now I love how it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same shading brush that I used to apply the lighter color. I'm gonna apply the same matte shade underneath the brow, just right here in the outside of the arch, in the arch of the brow. Like that. Now I'll be using the Tarte eyelash curler. I don't think it works on my eyelashes just because they're so short and straight, but let's go ahead and try it once again. So sometimes if you do not like to use a lot of makeup, you can just go ahead and just apply mascara, but I'll be using fake eyelashes because I really do need them because you cannot see my eyelashes without them. I'll be using the Maybelline, the Rocket Volume Mascara today. It's been a while since I don't use it. I hope it's not gonna give me like, I don't think they have expiration dates. I think you're supposed to use them for like 6 months after opening them, but I have a lot of mascara, so it's kind of hard to finish them before the 6 months, but today I'll be using the House of Lashes in the style Temptress Wispy. They look so beautiful. This is the first time I'll be using the House of Lashes. I've never tried them before. I recently went to New York and I went to Ricky's. I love that store. I wish they could have it in all the states, at least where I live, but I think it's only in New York. And I'm the type of person that I love to see the product before buying it. I don't really like buying new products online. I love, unless it's like a repurchase item, but I just love to see it before buying it. I'm very picky, so that's why. I love how they look. They're so wispy and long, so I'm really excited to try them. Like that. And then just put them in place. This powder that I have underneath my eye with a big fluffy brush. This is from Real Techniques, the powder brush. I love this brush. It's so fluffy and soft. Just like that, and then we're gonna go ahead and apply bronzer. I was battling between two bronzers, but I decided to go and use the Laguna bronzer from NARS Cosmetics. I think it's beautiful. It's a matte shade, so I kind of like it because I'll go ahead and go crazy with the highlighter. If you don't want to use a highlighter, the other bronzer that I do recommend using is the Natasha Denona Glow Bronzing Powder. I think it's beautiful, but it does have a lot of shimmer to it. I think it's beautiful. It's super glowing. It's perfect for if you're in a hurry and you want to put color to your face. You can use this one without blush or highlighter just because it's so glowing and beautiful. But today I want to go a little bit more extra, so I decided to go ahead and use the NARS Laguna Bronzer. I'll be using the EcoTools Define brush. I've been loving this brush to apply bronzer. I don't know why. I think it's so nice and fluffy. I think it's so nice. Love this bronzer, I'm obsessed. And then we're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of blush. I'll be using the California from Benefit Cosmetics. I love the packaging, it's so beautiful. So at first it had a little bit of the gold shimmer on top of it, but bad news, it's only on the top part. Once you keep like using it, it's just gonna go a little bit, it's not matte completely, and it does have a little bit of gold shimmer left, but once, like the first time that you open the package, it's gonna have more, like you're gonna be able to see it on the top area, but once you keep using it, they're gonna go away, but it's still beautiful and it smells so freaking good. It smells, I don't even know, like perfumey, but it's not bothering me at all. I love it. So I'll be using the Real Techniques blush brush. It looks like this and matches my background. We're gonna go ahead and dip it inside. Like that. And then we're gonna highlight. I love this part. I love highlighting. I think I don't know, it's so much fun. I love it. So I'll be using the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. I have an obsession with this highlighter. I think it's so beautiful. I don't know, I can't get enough of it. I think it's so nice and beautiful. It does not have any scent to it, but I like it. I'll be using the Morphe M601. It's a fan brush. So I like going crazy with the highlighters. You don't have to do this, but that's just how I like it. Like that. I think it's so beautiful. I'm obsessed. Like seriously, I love it. Just apply a small amount through your nose. Like that. I think it's so cute to apply a little bit here on your lips. I love it. Our face makeup, I'll be using the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. This is the cooling and hydrating setting spray. I do have the all nighter as well, but lately, as I said, I've been having a lot of dry skin, so I love using the cooling and hydrating one. So let's go ahead and set our eyebrows. I'll be using the clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this. Like that. I'm gonna apply just a little. You can go ahead and leave your makeup how it looks like this. You don't have to add eyeshadows on the waterline or anything. I'll be using the beige eyeliner from NYX Cosmetics. Sorry, it's from Rimmel Cosmetics. I'll apply a little bit of the beige one on my waterline. I don't like using the white one just because I think it's like too out there. So I love using this one because it does make your eye look brighter and bigger, but it's more natural. So this is in the color Nude 005. I think it's so nice and creamy. I love using this one. I'll be using the same color that I use for my eyeshadows. I only use 3 colors. I'll be using this one, the last one that we use for the outer V. I'm using a MAC 219 pencil brush. So I like to apply the dark shadow like that, just like to define the waterline. So let's go ahead and apply mascara to the under eyelashes. I'll be using the same one from Maybelline, the Rocket Volume. So I have to get close to my mirror for this. I'm gonna go ahead and just use very neutral shades. I'm not gonna go all crazy. If you like vibrant or neon colors, you can go ahead and add them to this makeup look, but for me, I like to keep it natural. So I'll be mixing this color right here. Small amount of that and a little bit of white and a little bit of the black one. I'm using the Makeup Designery lip pencil, the 310. It looks like this. Let's go ahead and apply the lipstick. Ooh, that's a little bit too dark. A little bit of lip gloss. I use the color Totally from Bare Minerals. I think it's such a beautiful shade, and what I like to do is apply it and just tap it a little bit like I did like that. If you think it's too dark for an everyday, you can just go ahead and use a neutral shade, or sometimes I'll just use a lip gloss without any like lip color. I like how it looks. I think it looks very nice and I kind of like it. I think it looks really good with a makeup look. So. So this is the finished look. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I left all my social media down below. Please follow me on my social media. I listed my Instagram account because I am very active on that account. I do a lot of Instagram stories and I'm always updating everything. So thank you so much for coming back. Please share the video if you can and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on my next one. Bye guys.